Hello, it's been quite some time. You're welcome today to our YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about something that is very fundamental to the core of why this channel exists. Today we'll be looking at the reasons why small businesses fail, and I'll tilt it towards Nigeria, even though I understand that this is applicable globally. Particularly, statistics in Nigeria shows that 80% of new businesses that start in Nigeria die after 1 year. Some other statistics will tell you that 33% of small businesses make it to their 10th year of operation. Less than 33% of small businesses makes it to their 10th year of operation. And 18% of startup crash and die within the first 18 months of starting businesses. This can be corrected only if we do the right way. So we're going to be looking at some of the reasons why these statistics is like this, and some of the things. For every of such reason we talk about, I'm not somebody that enjoys drumming about problems. I believe that the reason why you see problems is because God gives you the capacity to solve them. So as I talk about the challenges, we'll spend some time to talk about what we can do differently so we don't get caught up in the same web. Particularly in Nigeria, these processes to starting a business are not really structured, and that's not far-fetched because a lot of things we do in our environment here are not really taken through the necessary rudiments, unlike what is obtainable in other parts of the world. I'm not sure you can jump into the UK or go to the US and just start a business without meeting the necessary specifications. Even though some of those specifications are here, there are people have just found a way to do things that's easy, and the problem is that this is not always sustainable. So we're going to be looking at some of those reasons. I would not want to run through them. Instead, I want to pick them one by one and try to take a deeper look at them, and then also profile ways we can overcome them. The first thing, the wrong mindset. Sometimes the wrong stays so long in the domain and it almost becomes accepted. And once something becomes acceptable, there's a proclivity to believe that it is right. One of the wrong mindsets with which drive the setting up of business amongst us as Nigerians, and majority all over the world, is setting up a business because you need money. But somebody's going to ask, what's the purpose of a business if not to make money? No, money is the reward for successfully setting up a business. It's not the main drive. That's one of the negative mindsets we must deal with. To the extent when you're talking to people and you use words like don't start a business because you need money, they're looking at you, what this guy is saying. What then is the reason for you wanting to start a business? Because some persons have come to a conclusion that life is about money. Money is very important. I'm not playing down with it, but everything in life is not about money. Money is a reward for solving the problem. So imagine when you come into the business domain because you see a challenge and you said, yes, this challenge is here. Other people are solving it, but I think I can do better because I believe that the gifts that I have, the knowledge I've acquired, the trainings I've been able to get, I can do this thing differently. I can solve this problem in a way that those who have this challenge can get their problems solved faster, cheaper, and with higher level of ease. Once you're starting the business with that in mind, the possibility that you're going to succeed is higher compared to one whose major purpose for starting that business to earn money. The second negative mindset our people have that make them want to start a business is the be your own boss. They think that I want to be my own boss. Of course, there have been series of books written that says be your own boss. So that drives a lot of people to thinking that I am better placed because I'm my own boss. The truth of the matter is that irrespective of who signs your check, who pays you at the end of the month, you're actually working for yourself. That's one of the mindsets with which I work, and is one of the mindsets I share. You're actually working for yourself, whether within an organization or within the organization that you founded. You're working for yourself. So don't let that drive of wanting to be your own boss. I appreciate business people so well. I call entrepreneurs the fathers of the society. But that's not to tell you that it's so easy. It comes with its own challenges. So you have to be built for it. You have to develop your capacity for it. Just because you want to be your own boss is not enough reason to start a business. So that is one negative mindset that drives our people to start a business. I'm sure within this conversation, you've seen how that negative mindset and what to do to not fall within that web. Only start a business because you want to contribute value, because you want to solve a problem better than is already currently being solved, or because you have the expertise to bring a deeper value than is currently being experienced within that space. When you come into a business world with that mindset, the possibility of sustaining that business for quite some time is higher. Then the second mindset, the second reason why a lot of businesses fail within our clan and all over the world is not researching the market. You don't have a business yet until the market says so. If the market is going to be the major force that determines the viability or otherwise of your business, so what's the essence of starting the business if you've not really searched what the market is saying? Do you really know your market? Who exactly do you want to sell to? Because you're selling water and you think everybody that's thirsty needs water, so my water is for everybody. I've always said, I think I've shared this in some of my other videos, that the reason why you need to develop your client avatar or your customer persona is the fact that when you are building your business, there must be somebody in your mind. You can't build a business, everybody is nobody. So there must be somebody in your mind while you are building the business. That's the reason for researching the market. When you research the market, you see that the market for your business is so large, and you know that you can't serve the entire market. Then you begin to niche down until you get that one person for whom your product or your service is built. So when you don't research the market, the possibility that you will fall within that statistics of 18% that crashes in the first 1 year is very high. So research the market, know what the market is saying, understand the numbers from the market. Steve Harris will say, while you are looking at bridging the gap in the market, be sure that there is a market in the gap you're trying to bridge. So you must understand the numbers. What do they want? The people you want to serve, what exactly do they want? How old are they? What's their earning capacity? What's their spending capacity? Because they're going to exchange value for what you're bringing into the market. So you must be able to deal with that. You must be able to understand all of that. But it matters a lot. How much are they willing to pay for the service? Because it's not enough for you to say they want to buy. Yes, but if they are willing to pay less than the cost of you producing that service, it's a waste. So do you know their potential? You need to really know their potential, their willingness, how desperate. Do you know that people have problems that they are willing to live with? I've often had cause to share with some of the startups I mentor and coach that there are problems people have that they are willing to cope with. Imagine you putting all of your energy to solving such a problem. You're going to waste your time. We've spent some time talking about just these two. So let's get to the third one, but there are quite much. I think we have about 9 of them. Then the third one is copy and paste approach. Oh, this is the business that's involved. Everybody is doing it. They're doing it. They just tell you, back. You pick it, paste it, you start your own. You could linger on for a while, a very short while, because business requires some level of iteration. You're going to begin to try, hit the brick wall, surmount it, hit the brick wall, surmount it. Some of these persons you are copying and pasting, they are in an iteration stage that they are willing to jump off in no time. You're not aware of that. You just see what they're doing and you copy and paste and you start to run. After a while, you realize, oh, this thing is not what we thought it was. Because you see the people doing it and they're buying cars, they seem to be living flamboyantly. Sometimes some of the people you're looking at that you think their business is doing very well may not just be sustaining themselves from that particular business you made them keep doing. So imagine a business that's still going through stages, and because this person has some other access and is able to sustain himself and still maintain a lifestyle that you aspire to maintain, to get to, you're thinking that he's earning from this business and you copy and paste this model, not knowing that that model is not. Yes, you can see why your business will fail within the short time. Then by the copy and paste model, of course, you can already, it's obvious that you're going to be using their marketing model. You're going to be trying to implement their revenue model. You're going to be trying to do a lot of things that they do. You're going to also be trying to even target the same markets that the customers they are targeting. Meanwhile, you actually can come into a business. If you're coming in genuinely, build your value, target a totally different niche within that same market, and everybody can grow pari passu. But because you're not taking your time to do the needful, just coming into the business and you're doing copy and paste. That's why in most business, the very first set of persons who start them will remain in business, while all of the crowd that rushed in because they said this business is profitable, they would have rushed in and rushed back, and that person continue to succeed in the business. Then the fourth one is management of funds. You see anybody who says, I have a business idea, and you tell them, why haven't you started a business? They'll tell you lack of funds. This same person, this same person is living lavishly. He has a phone that's close to 500,000 naira, and the business idea he has may not even require up to that amount. That's on the one end. Then some of them get into a business. Imagine, for instance, you have a client. You're working for a client. The client is going to pay you 1 million naira. You've done your calculation. You know you need to spend 700,000 naira to execute the project for this client. 300,000 naira is your profit, and the client gives you 500,000 naira ahead. A wise person will spend 100% of that money in execution, so you can deliver, exceed the client's expectation, get the client to pay you up, then before you take your profit. But the foolish one will see such money and first spend his 300, saying, no, let me just take away my profit, as he pays the rest. At the end, it disappoints the customer. He has no customer tomorrow. The business fails, and he blames the devil, he blames the society, he blames what is not working. Of course, as a business person, a lot of things are not working. That's where the entrepreneurship spirit within us comes to bear. Things are not working, but business people are still surviving. And that's not to say that things should continue not to work. For business people, will rather channel their mental energy to create business strategies and structures that will make things work, rather than trying to deal with power and deal with internet, deal with other infrastructure that the government should have dealt with. I so much appreciate that. But we're looking at challenges that come from us, our perception, and the way we do business. A lot of times you're doing business, you can't account for your sales. The funds are coming in, but more or less they are going into your personal expense as opposed to the expense of running the business. Yes, one funny thing as a business person, you can bring in your personal finance to aid the business, good and fair, but it's not advisable that you take the business finance to fund yourself. And when you even bring in your business, your personal fund into running the business, if you have your accounting system, it comes in as a loan. It will be a non-interest loan. As the business grows, the books should have it, and you'll be paid back such money. That's where financial management comes to bear. In the absence of this, such a business will not exist after a short while. Then the fourth one is poor business management. That starts from poor planning, poor staffing, poor communication skills, and lack of organizational skills. You need all of these things to be in place. For you to say you are in business, the capacity to plan is of high value to your business. You must be able to sit down and map your way. This is where we are. This is where we want to be. This is how we're going there. That's where systems and structures, which is one of our core services, comes in. Where you sit down and look at where you are, where you want to go to, and all of the steps you need to take to get there, the staffing and the personnel you need to be able to walk you through, the caliber of persons this staffing should be, their job description and the connectivity between each job, and how production works, how marketing works, how the accounting works, all of them intertwined. All of this detailed plan must be in place for a business to succeed beyond the times that the statistics I've just mentioned. I'm sure as you're learning from this, you're getting to see the reason why a lot of our businesses are failing. For a lot of people who go into business as last resort. Because I just graduated, I can't get a job, where I think I need a job, so the best thing I could do is to start a business. Those are not really business, but the statistics captures all of these, and these are the majority of the business that we are seeing that are failing, and the statistics picks them. So business planning, management effectiveness matters a lot in the success of your business. So poor planning, poor staffing, then the communication skills within the company matters a lot. Communication between the staff, communication between the company and its customer, then organizational skills. A company requires people who have mastered personal leadership, grown into people leadership, and grown into organizational leadership. All of this you can't take away from the success of a business.